Yeah, so last week we were actually discussing the birth of internet, okay, and then the developments that have taken place up to date, and how business has evolved from traditional to e-commerce. So today, what we want to do is to continue from where we stopped, and try to appreciate the status quo in as far as trade or business is concerned. So today we're going to discuss electronic commerce and e-business. Electronic commerce and e-business. Okay, introduction to e-commerce. Okay, as we go, you discover that there is a thin line between electronic commerce and e-business. Okay, and in fact, in some books, the terms e-commerce and e-business are actually the same. Okay, so in the late 1990s, electronic commerce was still emerging as a new way to do business. You remember last time we were discussing internet. I actually said that in the early stages, internet was actually mainly used for education purposes. It was research, the universities, and the US armies. So the initial purpose of internet was mainly education, but then after some time, it was actually being used in commerce or in trade, okay, or business. Okay, so like for example, we've got companies like Amazon, which actually were the front runners of Amazon. You know Amazon? You know eBay? Yeah, so these were actually the front runners, and they did actually make a lot of money through that. And later on, internet search was actually populated by a few established sites, including Ada Vista, Hotbot, Lyco, and Yahoo. So most industry observers at that time believed that any search engine website would find it very difficult to compete against these established operations. I think that was actually mentioned during our introduction. And the search engines at that time provided results based on the number of times a search term appeared on web pages. So the pages that included the user's search term more often would be more highly ranked and would thus appear near the top of the search result engine. Talking about Google, I said the founders were Lawrence Page. And do you know where this thing was found? In what? garage. That is where actually Google was founded by Lawrence Page and Sergey Brin. Okay, of course with some graduates, their colleagues. Okay, and Google was actually founded. So in 1998, as I say, Google was launched. It was launched in a friend's garage with about 1.1 million of seed money. 1998. 1.1 million of seed money invested by a group of Stanford graduates and local business persons. Okay, like like this class. You team up, you actually establish a venture, you put up your resources and money together, your expertise, and then you launch a company. Yeah, people do that. Here, when do we actually normally put our resources together? In Malawi. Exactly, when there is a funeral. As if the dead will be able to appreciate our gesture. Yeah, when we are sending off people. So, since that time, Google's page ranking has been continuously being improved, okay? And as we speak, you and me, whenever we are stuck, we find ourselves on what? Google. Okay? We find ourselves on Google. Yes? E-business? Okay. So, with time, internet users began to actually flock to Google, and eventually it became one of the most popular sites on the internet. And due to its popularity, it also led to increase in higher rates in as far as advertising space is concerned. Okay, so let's now go to the actual meal for the day. That was actually just a continuation of what we started discussing last week about Google, and then online marketing and stuff. So the business phenomena that we now call electronic commerce has had an interesting history from humble beginnings in the mid-1990s. Electronic commerce grew rapidly until 2000 when a major downturn occurred. Remember, at first I actually told you that there was this enthusiasm about companies because some companies actually did well with electronic commerce. Remember I told you? And so everybody decided to join the bandwagon. Forgetting the hard pace. Forgetting the hard pace. So, they did an in I don't know whether they did that. Where the victims? Pyramid scheme. You were, yeah. I mean, the people were just overtaking, and people started investing money, inviting people, and then it collapsed. So people were at So it was the same with the electronic business. Oh, Amazon is doing fine, eBay is doing fine, Google is doing fine, we'll also do fine without actually taking into consideration the how question how those companies are actually doing. So they did a lot of investment, but what happened at the end of the day, they discovered that they made a lot of what? A lot of losses. Okay, so amidst that hype, there are actually a lot of companies that actually made losses. And from .com boom, we had .com what? Bust. Things didn't actually went as was actually what planned. So between 2000 2003, there was actually a somber mood in as far as electronic commerce is concerned, because we only had those giants, those big companies that were actually participating in electronic commerce, but the rest, no. But then towards 2003, electronic commerce began to show signs of new lives. Okay, there were still actually some testimonies, because as I've said, despite that some companies flopped because of their ignorance, those that were actually in the know in as far as electronic commerce is concerned, they still proved that if you do your homework very well, you could actually make a lot of money. Because despite that, there were issues to do with economic recession all over the world, but these companies that were actually doing electronic commerce, they were not actually affected by that. You remember what happened with COVID? Yeah, with COVID there were restrictions. With COVID there were restrictions. By 4 or 5, they should be what? Closed. Meaning that if you for the shop in Area 47 and somebody wants to buy and it comes 10 minutes past 5, you'll find you what? Gone. Already gone. Not so. Yeah. If Malawi as a country has been badly hit by COVID, okay, it means that is going to affect your what? Your cash flow. Because people have been what? Badly hit by what? By COVID. They don't have money. You get that? Come to think of it, if you've got an electronic platform, okay, where you sell your stuff, it means people from Zambia, people from Tanzania, people from South Africa, people from Zimbabwe will be able to what? To access your what? Your platform, and they'll be able to buy. And that is why, despite that there were some restrictions even in South, blah 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 and stuff, we are able to buy stuff from what? From South. Just go on their platform, then you pick that thing, and then be delivered at some address, and some truck driver will pick it up and will drop it here. So that's exactly actually what happened during that time. It's more or less like the same, yeah. Those who had actually traditional businesses, mode of actually doing business, physical shops, my friend, this is for, you need to close this shop. Okay, the economy is sinking, people don't have money, they will not actually buy. They will not buy anything useless. Okay, so because of that, people will say that, you know what, we've closed, but then our friends, they're still what? They're actually still doing fine. What is it that we are actually doing wrong? They were now able to take care of the question, how? Okay, they were not able to take care of the question how, and eventually people embraced electronic commerce, and it started what now? Growing again and again and again. And you are the testimony. You should ask your dad whether they were actually exposed to these things. They will tell you they were catalogs. Ask your uncles, your dads, they will tell you. They were catalogs from all over in South, and somebody told me from Australia, yeah, but through post office, those guys will send catalogs here, and then you will choose what you want to buy, and then you send through post office again, and then you go that side, and then they will send that suit. They will take that. It was like that, man. I used to see my dad doing that. I used to see my dad doing that. It was not online, that's what I'm saying. This thing, it's actually recent. These developments that you and me, we are discussing and enjoying, they are recent, as you can see. We are talking of 2000, 2002. 1990s, I used to see my dad. I'm going to the post office to post this thing. Okay, so since that time, electronic commerce has actually become a larger part of the total economy. Okay, yeah, even when there was general economic recession in 2008, those companies were not what? We are not actually affected. Okay, now electronic commerce. What does electronic commerce mean? What does electronic commerce mean?
Online business.
Comes to electronic commerce. Convenience. She says online business. Electronic commerce, it's online business. What do others think? So electronic commerce means shopping on the part of the internet. It means shopping on the part of the internet. It also includes activities such as businesses trading with other businesses and internal processes that companies use to support their buying, selling, hiring, planning, and other activities. You know, when it comes to business, we have what is called what? The front. You get that? And then with what? The back. When it comes to business, we put the front and then we put the back. Here we put the salon. So who are the factors on it as far as salon business is concerned? So the ministry because she has a salon is the way. So at the back they are not ways. The owner. Oh, the back is the owner. The front is the what? The way. The way in this case, what? No. Yeah, sure. They are all thinking. That's what they're trying to do. You know, the tables of education. So you go to university. The thinking capacity. So we've got the front and then we've got the back. So according to her, she thinks the back.
Yes.
Okay, so the front, the back, before the owner, according to her, the front is the what? The workers.
It makes sense though.
Okay. What? Okay. Can we think of any business, the front and the back? Hello? The what?
Hotel?
Yeah, hotel. Who would be the front personnel? Good. The receptionist is the front person. The chef is the what? Yes, waitresses, waiters. Okay, so in each and every business, okay, we've got the front personnel, and then we've got the what? We've got the back personnel. The reason why I'm saying this, it is because when we talk of electronic commerce, what? We've got these words, okay, which are loaded with meaning. Okay, they are loaded with meaning. Online businesses, online purchasing, huh? But then in the business, as I've said, it is not only that buying that that happens online. It is just when I will say one thing of that activities. There are things like manufacturing, packaging, distribution, after service, those things. That is why here we've said that electronic commerce also includes many other activities. This has to be stressed. Many other activities such as businesses, trading with other businesses, and internal processes that companies use to support their buying, they are buying, they are selling, they are hiring, they are planning, and other activities.
It includes all the things, the example of attention.
Buying, selling, hiring, planning, and other activities. Okay, so some people use the term electronic business when they're talking about electronic commerce in this broader sense. Would you buying, hiring, selling, what, blah, all those things. And according to IBM defines electronic business as the transformation of key business processes through the use of internet technologies. The transformation of key business processes through the use of internet technologies. And as I've said, people normally use electronic commerce and the electronic business interchangeably. Okay, so take note of that. And in our case, what I want to stress, as I've said, is to use the electronic business or commerce definition in its broadest sense, which means including all business activities that use internet technologies. Okay. However, I would like to stress this thing. When it comes to electronic commerce, it doesn't mean that an organization or a company should just be a .com. I mean, like Amazon, we discussed with Amazon normally. Amazon, eBay, Alibaba, okay? If you're about to find out, you need to go on the net. Okay? Not so.
Alibaba, we need to go on there.
Yeah, but the point that I'm trying to stress is that I do not want you to get confused with for a company to be regarded as participating in electronic commerce. It will have to have some platforms like that of Alibaba, eBay, American Express. You get that, because as I've said in my definition, yeah, there is selling, there is buying of stuff online, but then there are also other activities. As long as those activities are actually happening on the web, then that is regarded as what? Electronic commerce. Okay. They may have, what I'm trying to say is they may have a physical location, but the activities, if they actually happen using the internet, then that is considered as what? Electronic business. Okay. So I want us to discuss the general electronic commerce or business categories. What's that?
B2B, business to business.
Yeah, so that is business to business. Okay.
Do you know what?
Someone give me an example.
Like when the company hires a logistics company, transfer packets, business to business.
Which one is business there?
Okay, the manufacturing company is hiring the logistics company.
So this manufacturing company is hiring to do what?
To the market.
To the market. Understood, place.
Yeah.
Another example of B2B. I think by now you now understand what electronic business is all about. So you should be able to ask questions. B2B. An example of B2B.
Yes. B2B.
Just giving you a try. Let's say insurance company
Business. Okay. From your example,
Which one is business? Insurance company. And the other business.
Okay, you should pay insurance company to other insurance companies.
How does it work?
For example, risky because they exist in the insurance company because insurance company.
That is
yeah. Do you know about those things, guys? Do you know about those things?
No.
That these so-called insurance companies, they also go to another insurance company if the risk is what is big. Yeah, I know of those companies, but I will not mention their names.
Is it the same as they offer risk online through this group?
Kind of, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
How long will they do this?
Business to
Customer.
so it's business to consumer. You know what? This thing will come to me an example. This thing will come. That's, you know, that's a good part of me. I normally tell you exam areas. And what do you disappoint me. Business to consumer. Chief, an example of business to consumer. Business to consumer. Guys. Yes. Because these things are not complex.
Yeah.
They're very simple. E-business.
We have to think of an electronic business.
You have to think of what?
An electronic business, since we're doing e-business.
No. You know, this electronic thing is just a platform. You remember that's what I said? It's just a platform. It's just a platform. It's just a platform. It's just a platform. There is a platform that you guys are able to visit and choose and buy whatever you want. And the business actually sends something to you. What does April mean? Who knows about April business? You know April? Yeah, that is business what? To consume. You go on their site, you pick all those words, all those stuff. You are what?
I didn't want to go
Yeah. Very good.
But does it go direct from business to consumer?
Of course. Okay, when you're looking in, are you looking as a business person or you're a consumer?
You know that the business person.
As a business person. You are a registered company.
Yes.
You are a registered company.
It's not an account
No, do you, okay, they are actually making an account for you.
as a business person.
As a business person, you are a consumer. You've got an account with National Bank. Are you a bank?
It's different.
Why making it different?
Types of businesses. What are the types of businesses? Tell me one first.
So trader.
Who is a sole trader?
One person doing the
Okay.
business.
Two. Partnership. What constitutes a partnership?
Me and Esther.
Look, what is the limit of ability? Just board. What is the difference between so complicated and limited company? Those are the things. Most of my moral my sister does the other thing. She doesn't want to come.
Also, I think it's just
She's
makes
just my sister.
she just has an account as a business, maybe less of that. She uses
No, you know the function of this account, what? It's just for identity purposes. See? All the items are the See? So you control.
Oh, okay.
You access their platform.
Ndio ule wakati mimi kwa login as a business person. Ndio you are business to business.
No, business to consumer.
No, as in really, let's say it's a company, yeah?
Yeah, it will be business to business.
Alright.
Yeah, it will be a business to business. Okay, I'll give you an example. Any pharmaceutical company that you're aware of? Pharma. Good, pharma. I don't know whether
put the eye on pharmacy. Good. If pharmacy is importing pharmaceuticals, wherever it imports, it will be business wise. You get this? Same from medical stores. So what? Oh no. Now, government, I don't want to confuse you. Massive. Yeah, Massive is not a government. Yeah. Okay. Massive is what? It's an organization, it's a business.
Yeah.
If Massive is ordering some pharmaceuticals for family, it will be business what?
Business.
Good. If I am so proprietor, I decide to open a pharmacy as a sole proprietor. You will find it? Because people are distracted down here will be trading as.
Also, building on the register. No.
Somebody do.
Or if I go there, just like, as an individual, go there and then I say, I'm looking for Tanzwires, there is a lot of.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've looked around in this pharmacies, I can't find it, and then I go there. I need some gloves, what. You will do what? Business to you.
Even when you go to Alibaba, you want to buy something, it will be business and what? Business to consumer. Okay, let's go. Now, there is this thing that you guys will do to each other.
So this is obvious, huh?
As you've said, this is very obvious. Yeah. I go to Waka Waka, I buy tomatoes, and then I invite my neighbors, put some markup. Consumer to consumer. As you've actually said.
B2G. Good. You know? Business to government.
Business to government. Mid-semester, can we get at least a minimum of 75?
Is there in the developed business? Always above 75.
Yeah, so give me an example of B2G. B2G?
Okay.
Hello? Yeah, that has already been mentioned, but I want something different. Yeah, that's B2G, yeah, sure. You're right, that's B2G.
ESCOM to government.
ESCOM is government.
Like
ESCOM is government.
You have a company, administration company. The government has hired you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
CDP, business to government. Control to government.
Government doesn't deal with individuals.
Why?
How? Must appropriate.
Okay, for
They
example,
don't, but they don't actually present their tenders as individuals. You ask those guys, they've got the certificate from business certificate. They've got certificate from PPDA. They've got certificate from Ministry of Trade, that SME thing. They also pay tax. Yeah. So if you are to compare that person, that so-called person, and you and me, you guys, do you have headache on 14th of every month about tax?
When buying groceries, yes.
We are some of the more of my I want to make yeah, do you have any? No way.
But every time, like, almost not avoiding it's every day. I mean, calling or exporting stuff. The discussion of the money of the residents is done to
So, what type of tax do you actually pay in? Tax. What business are you for?
Let's come in.
You're engaged in your business.
I'm just saying that, saying the burden.
You pay. You pay with it. Are you able to pay with foreign tax? You pay with foreign tax.
I don't know, so many. If every day you buy groceries,
Yeah, when you're buying
the taxes.
especially when coming up from that.
The what? Okay, guys, and thereafter, the last one is what? Business what?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Business for example, on houses, like there's this.
Hey guys, he's asking me.
There's this organization now that is a physical planning. I think in their government, right?
The what?
Physical planning. It's a government institution.
Is it a question of
No. The friend is on what I know, it's a government institution. So
what is this institution?
This for what? Physical planning. Yeah.
What are they?
I want to collect the taxes like my houses, like when I was staying in my house. I want to collect the children of mine. Yeah.
Yes,
How different are they?
I don't know. I see the one that I think in American one physical plan. I know the situation. The organization where the business will be.
it looks like transaction.
Statistic office.
Wait, guys.
I think it needs to start. Like this organization, like my late mom must be going like which.
So yes, massive rates are.
Considerate you.
No way.
Now, the question. Government.
What are you doing for? Is it a business that I'm taking out
Ever heard about fringe benefits? Fringe benefits.
It's for example, when you're working for a company, they give you transportation.
Those are benefits. That is not trading. Those are benefits. Because we are making this contribution, we don't want you to hassle about housing and what. So we'll give you this house. We are on transaction and business processes. That's the last one.
What?
Transaction and business processes.
Under the categories.
Yes, and you know what? This is where people flop. I don't know. You normally forget this thing. Whenever I ask you this question, a lot of people they don't include this.
It's totally different from the others.
Yeah, and that is why I stressed. When it comes to electronic commerce or electronic business, it's not only that exchange that happens between the buyer and the seller. It also includes what? Other processes. Okay.
Like what?
We say, you remember you asked me that question? Hiring, planning, you know? Yeah. Sure. Do you have any questions before we go to the next thing? You are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You remember you asked me a question about business processes. You remember? At first. And then I gave you a list. You remember? In fact, it was Okay, so on this one, when we talk of, guys, let me continue. On this one, when we talk of transaction and business processes, basically, we are referring to those activities, all those activities that are there to convert the purchased materials into the what? Into the actual products that you and me we enjoy. Okay? So these include hiring, managing people, everything, anything that you can actually think.
Convert the materials to
The actual products or services. Huh? The what? No, it's not the sentence. You're supposed to capture the what I'm saying, the message.
all activities that convert the materials to the actual products or services.
Simple. In fact, guys, you really wanted to capture that. I thought I had already said
You said
what the business process is all about. Things like, insurance. Huh? Things are insured, do you know that? Yeah. Advertising campaigns. Those are what? Those are business processes. So many of these activities, they are done on the what? On the web. That is why they are falling under what? Under e-commerce or electronic business categories. Okay? Yeah. Are there any questions? Okay, good. I think we can do something now. Something. Okay. You are 4, you are 8. We'll be in groups of 2. That's it. Yes. Do we want that side? Okay, guys, we want you to discuss. 2 groups. No, if you are 8, it means that you are in 2 groups of 4.
Sir.
Group of players. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mario Menina.
I said 2 groups.
No, he said 2 groups.
No.
You are able to be in 2 groups.
Simple. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Hey, yes. I did that. I think this should be pointed. Discuss the difference between e-business and traditional business. I think this is what? This is 20 minutes past. So we should be able, I'll give you 20 minutes. We need to discuss electronic business versus traditional business, how it's done, what and stuff. Yeah, so guys, can you start? I think you will not know the issue of copying and pasting. I think
okay, nikianzia kwa e-business. Tamusia na
make sure that the way should be done. The way should be we should use English in our business.
said that who
Okay, installation, yeah.
I think so far, 3 minutes gone.
If you're outside the country, there's an emergency, we can't help. Isn't it?
Let's go and see. Like that.
It has a disadvantage whereby this where what you get is totally different. You can easily be cheated on that. You can be scammed. You pay a scam. It's risky. We are the businesses
You've got 5 minutes here, right? My guys, you've got 1 minute. Yeah, so can someone please come in? Yes, group one. Okay, one, please. Can someone go back this woman good explanation
I don't know what the name of our group is, but it's group one. Yes, so yeah, we'll come up with five differences between traditional business and we'll come up with 5 points that differentiate e-business and T-business, which is traditional business. To begin with, the definition of e-business, as we have learned, this is the business
that is conducted online, where one sells and buys goods or products or services online by the use of internet. Whereas a traditional business, it's the selling of goods and services to its local customers. The e-business, it involves people who are in a term of like far geographical areas, like maybe outside the country. Whereby traditional business, that means it's only those people who are near your location of the business, whereby it says local customers or maybe local people. Yeah, so that's the first difference between traditional and e-business. The other one is that e-business is done online, whereas traditional business, it involves physical interaction between the customer and the seller. Another one is that traditional business is faster in terms of deliveries of the goods or products that you have purchased, compared to e-business, whereby it takes time. One has to first request that I want these products, and then the seller will have to send them, and it takes time to deliver the products. Yeah, so that is that. The other one is traditional business involves a lot of workers, which may lead to high cost of operations. High cost of high operating costs, something like that. Since one has to set up a business, you must have maybe an office, employees. They have to be upper reception, someone to deal with marketing, someone to deal with finance, or someone to do the selling. Yeah. Whereas e-business, its operating costs are lower, or even the setup is lower, since one just needs maybe to have a laptop, internet, or maybe a phone. You can also have maybe just maybe a warehouse where you can keep your stuff. So yeah. Okay, if business is risky, very much risky. One wants to purchase goods through.
It's risky
to this buyer, most of the buyer, because you might not know if that person is a true businessman, because there are a lot of scammers nowadays. They'll be like, I was selling these things, and then you send maybe half of the money, you wait until you don't receive your you don't receive your yeah. Whereas traditional, you go on the market, you see people selling the stuff, and then you purchase it. There's physical contact. The last one is that e-business involves less paperwork compared to traditional business. That is, if the owners of the traditional businesses keep records of the transactions, everyday transactions. Yeah, so those are the points that we came up with.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Thank you. Any questions?
There's a question.
Okay.
It's very again when you say e-business operation,
low cost of low operating cost. Operating cost. Okay, what I mean is
traditional business, for example, maybe like you have a lot of employees, or you fresh sale, like jam and stuff. What the store is those are my poster site.
Like you have to pay all those people. Is it? Yeah.
But when they business, you know.
In business, if you don't have the orders, what are you doing then? You wait for the orders. Whereby those ones, they open each and every day. They are workers who clean the what, the building every day. They grab laborers, whatever, whereby in business, it's a matter of waiting on someone to order and then you send. You do something after you have the what, the orders maybe. Why not? Thank you.
You don't get it?
Forget about we got to wait for them.
Full stop.
E-business is the advertising, buying and selling of goods and services through the internet. While traditional business is a setup where customers physically visit the business. The differences are in e-business there's use of internet, while in traditional business it's face-to-face interaction. In e-business, you might not know the quality of goods that you are buying, while in traditional services, when you physically visit the shop, you are able to know the quality of the goods. In e-business, there's a high rate of theft than in traditional business. For example, they don't do my business. You give them money, they don't deliver the goods.
What is my business?
People buy people buy things from people that sell things from Tanzania, the they collect money and not deliver the goods that you need.
Or they collect money and they are activities.
Or when you're buying from Alibaba, there are some suppliers that steal.
Oh.
If,
Sorry.
yes. For people that are not computer literate, it is difficult for them to do business online than traditional business. In e-business, there's a wide range of goods and services than in traditional business.
She means many people can get to know the product that you're saying that
No, but then like in e-business, for example, when you're looking for spare parts, some spare parts are not found on traditional markets. You have to purchase them online.
So what was the point that you raised?
There's a wide range of products, of goods. Options. Okay. E-business, you know, it's easier to advertise than traditional business.
Continue.
Yes, that is what it is.
Oh, you finished?
I'm sorry, these are 7 points. What are you saying? I'm finished. Okay, they say that.
They said who?
We say that e-business is expensive than traditional business. Because costs like
don't give us that praise, please.
I'm listening.
okay,
because in e-business it involves a lot of you.
For example, according to our explanation, we say e-business is expensive than traditional in a way that e-business could even have things are expensive. So to access data, put it by the views of people whatever, we have to buy data which is expensive.
That is how much?
1,200.
So
data is 1,200.
it's 3,000. Yeah, and 30.
3,000. 1,200. Monthly is what? 12,000. Okay, good. So, yeah, continue then.
So, like, give an example, when we are purchasing my products, I will put it as $dollars. So for us, like to buy dollar, it's also expensive.
Yeah, I think my purpose is not. No, it's okay, Reggie.
No, let her finish.
Yes.
Yes, she's on fire.
So we buy an urgent to put a dollar, and when we are taking a project, we also pay fee transportation. You have to go like you also have to pay transport when they put it down on the student. So the money has already deodorant. So you get the point. So when you're additional, you just fold up. You all the clothes, you just fold up.
Of course, yes. Okay, then I liked your line of argument.
Yeah.
Otherwise, so let's give them a clap.
Did you grab us?
Okay, guys. Hey, can I have your attention, please? I think let's now close this chapter. Traditional business and electronic business. So in terms of meaning, traditional business is a branch of business which focuses on the exchange of products and services and includes all those activities which encourage exchange in some way or the other, whereas electronic business, it's carrying out commercial transactions or exchange of commerce electronically on the internet. In terms of processing of transaction, in traditional business it's manual, whereas in electronic business it's automatic, it's automated. In terms of accessibility, when it comes to traditional business, it's limited. Yeah, it's limited because you've got opening time and then you've got what? Closing time. Whereas when it comes to electronic business, it's 24/7, 365 days. In terms of physical inspection, when it comes to traditional business, as you've actually said, you talked of, both of you actually talked of holiday, you know. Yeah, so you can actually inspect it, have a feel of it, and then, you know. Whereas with electronic, you can't inspect the goods before the actual purchase. In traditional business, there is face-to-face interaction between the buyer and the seller, whereas in electronic business, it's the screen and what? And your face. In terms of scope, it's the traditional type of business is confined to some area. It's limited. If it's you are in 47, you are in Biwi, you are in Kawali, it means that your clientele will be, you know. Whereas when it comes to e-business, it's worldwide reach. When it comes to information exchange, in traditional business, there is no uniformity. Okay, today it's gonna be this, depending on whom you've actually found. You get that? Whereas when it comes to e-business, there is uniformity, because once you send it, pass, you get that. Yeah. Another thing, when it comes to marketing, in traditional it's one-way marketing. Okay, it's always the owner. You get it. Whereas when it comes to e-business, it's one-to-one marketing. I speak, then you speak. In terms of payment, traditional, it's cash, check, credit card. Okay? With electronic, it's funds transfer, credit card. Yeah, those are funds transfer. Delivery of goods, you all say it's instant in tradition, whereas in electronic it takes a bit of time. Okay, so I think we've exhausted everything. So if you are to go to your course outline, you agree with me that we've exhausted topic number 1. Next week we meet, we're going to start topic number 2. And that would mean that, yeah. And by the way, I've sent you an assignment. I think it should be yesterday, if not this weekend. I sent you an assignment. Check the portal. Check the portal. Check the. I'll talk to. Then I'll talk to who? I'll talk to Dumba. I'll talk to Dumba. Gracious, zadenge ngini.